You ready? Here we go. Good morning, everyone. On today's show, we got some interesting segments. First off, you wouldn't believe what my detractors have had to resort to talking about because all of their usual shtick doesn't work anymore due to recent events. Today, we're going to actually explore some of the insane stuff that they have been doing. It is so absolutely hilarious. You are going to laugh your butt off in a segment I like to call Leg Day. But also today, I would like to examine a recent tournament's results of Street Fighter 6. I saw this video overnight, and it blew me away, and I was like, this is definitely something that I can address for those who are wondering about high-end gameplay and the meta, because people who don't really get Street Fighter are seeing the results of this tournament, and they're like, I just don't understand how this could happen. So we're going to talk about that today, and some of you may be interested and some of you may not be. Of course, today we'll recap everything that's been going on and the like. Only one stream today, because I have to do private Patreon React stuff tonight, but it'll be a good one, because we'll have all this and more on today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast. Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to the show. FYI, for those who are here live on stream, you probably have been noticing that in the last week I've been trying out a few different things. I had some submissions for some different songs that have been generated about me and my content, and I've been testing them out here on the pre-stream before I start recording. For those of you who only watch this on demand on the channel and never watch the live stream, you haven't seen or heard any of the new stuff yet. Now, in reality, there's some other people as well who have been working on stuff. And they also have some like new music intros and things for the show that I may or may not be implementing sooner rather than later. Because for me, it's more like, when do I have a chance to actually sit down with some free time and mess around adding stuff into my intro? Like right now, I actually have a whole new intro theme that I like, but I have to figure out how to implement that into the intro and make it match and align with the video and everything. So I got work to do, right? But anyway, basically these people on the stream, I just love how everyone has to be so negative about everything. So there's new stuff to be had, correct? There's new content happening. There's, new good stuff. You think, oh, people would be happy about that, right? No, people complain. Oh, what is this? What is this intro? Oh, I can't, why? Complaining about it. It's like, why are you complaining? I don't even understand, like, why would you be complaining about something new? The reason I'm messing around here is because my RGB has completely crashed again. This RGB program is good, but some of these effects just crash. Yeah, see, they've all crashed now. And they won't play. It's, like, frozen, so I have to, like, restart the program to get it to work, I think. It's very weird, because some days this works fine, other days it just crashes right out of the gates. And, that's what's happened now is I'm trying to get this program to work and let me see if I can just restart it, like end task. Anyway, so yeah, so I have a few different intros that I'm testing. Some people like them, some people just sit there and whine and complain that anything new is awful. You know what I'm saying? And I just find that so dumb. Like, listen, I'm trying different stuff. People have always said Phil just does the same thing too much. We want change. We want new attempts at new interesting content and stuff. So I try different things and people just complain about them. Like, why? Why are you complaining? Why can't we just try something new and different? It really drives me nuts because I want to do new stuff. Plenty of people right now on their podcasts, on their shows, and the stuff they do different kinds of intros and stuff. Okay? And they alternate between them, and it adds an air of, oh, today feels a little different. It feels kind of cool because something new is going on or whatever. Why is it bad that I'm trying it? Because I'm Darkside Phil, right? Like, I don't get it. How about just don't complain about new things and give them a chance instead of just fucking constantly whining about stuff that's new. I hate it. It's so many negative attitudes about everything on the internet, right? When I started on YouTube, and I uploaded a video, it would be like, wow, thanks for uploading free content that's fun and interesting and new. And now today you upload a video and it's like, wow, your video is atrociously fucking bad because 17 other people do better videos than you, and here they are, and you're a piece of shit. And you read the comment, you're like, what is wrong with people today? Why is it that the moment you do anything, people dump on it, right? So we're trying new stuff. I think having new musical intros and stuff is cool. I think it adds freshness to the show, so it doesn't feel like I'm just doing the same thing all the time, right? Why would you admit, oh, I don't like it, it's too long, you're crapping on it, what the fuck? Just fucking stop whining for 5 seconds of your life. Maybe you'll actually enjoy something. Maybe you go outside, you look around, and instead of saying, oh, there's pollen in the air, there's bugs, the sun's too bright, maybe you can breathe and be like, oh, the beauty of life. Look, there's flowers over here. Look, nature, it's amazing. Look, that's the way you look at things in life. There's 2 different ways to do it. As I'm getting older, I'm realizing it. You got to just enjoy everything around you that's positive and fun and different and interesting. Not always crap on every positive fucking thing. It really drives me nuts to see how people act like this, because all it's going to happen is you're going to have a miserable life, If you don't like the intro, fine. But they say, oh, well, Phil's trying a new musical intro. What is he doing that for? Oh, it's AI. I hate AI. And what's this and what's... Shut up. No one with a screwed-on head that's working properly thinks like this. Only people who are like miserable wretches who just want to shit on everything around them. Like, what is your problem? Anyway, so I'm trying new stuff. All right. We got the music that plays, as always. That hasn't changed. And then what I'm trying to do, we do the old guitar riff intro. All right. So people know when they hear the guitar riff, oh, come to stream. The stream's about to start. And then we have this new AI song that I'm trying. We have a couple, actually, that we've been trying. And then I do my cold open where I tell you what the show is going to be. And then we do the official intro and then we begin. If we want to, cut that down or whatever, maybe we could. Maybe we get rid of 1 or 2 things. Maybe the guitar intro is going to go. If it's a day when I'm going to do an AI song or something, maybe we cut it down, But that's constructive criticism. Here's the difference. Constructive criticism is, okay, there's too much to the intro now. Let's work on cutting it down. Destructive criticism is, oh, everything sucks. Why is he using these fucking shitty songs? What the fuck? Literally just stop with the toxic shit. No one cares, especially me. I'm not going to listen. Like I said, I listen to positive, constructive criticism. Treat me how you want to be treated. Treat me with respect. I'll treat you with respect. If you respectfully suggest something for improvement, I'll consider it. If you're going to come at me with like, oh, this sucks ass, fucking thing, I don't care. You might as well be talking to the wall, because the wall will give you a better response than I will. All right. So anyway, there you go. Let's see how it goes. I'll continue to test and experiment. I think that, maybe I should cut down. Then that's fine. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll cut down a little bit. Maybe each day we'll do a different one, right? Like maybe one day we do the guitar intro. One day we do an AI song intro. One day we do a different intro, right? I also have new music, like I said, and I want to implement that, but I need time to work on getting that new music implemented into the intro of the show to already like time with the visuals that we have. So I'll work on that. All right. But I appreciate those. See, now people are actually being nice in the chat and giving me constructive criticism. And that is what I appreciate. I do. I appreciate the constructive criticism, not the destructive. So thank you to those who give me constructive. Some people are saying, we don't mind the intros, but it is too much now. Maybe alternate. Fine. That's a good suggestion. Thank you. And I'll work on that. Cool. All right. I'm being told the schedule is not updated. You're right. I probably forgot to do that last night. I can just do that quick. It's not a big deal. But I'll tell you right now what the schedule is. One stream today, and it is this level 1 podcast followed by Warhammer 40K. Only one stream. And you might say, why only one stream today, Phil? Well, today is the day that I have to film private patron reacts and or Q&A videos. I actually have a mix tonight. I have to do some private reacting, and I also have to do some patron stuff. I have to do a good variety of stuff today. So I can't do a second stream. There's more than enough. I think I think for one person, it's either an hour and a half. For another person, it's a half an hour. Another person, it's a half an hour. So I need a big chunk of time in order to do it all. So that's why I have to not do a late stream tonight. Okay, so if you're wondering, that's why. So yeah, should be good. Should be a good day regardless. This stream will be good. We got some fun, silly topics to talk about on the podcast today. And then we've got fun Space Marine 2. If you like Space Marine 2, I hope you'll stick around. It's been a great game in my opinion. I like the graphics. The gameplay is like reminiscent of old school Gears of War. The plot's interesting, and you guys are trying to educate me a lot on the lore, and I'm trying to learn and absorb, and I appreciate that. Like, the people helping me with the lore actually are helping me to enjoy the game more. So thanks for those who are around for the Warhammer streams, okay? And then tomorrow, we get back to the full-time schedule. Tomorrow, it will be Astrobot on the day stream. So I plan to make a big dent in the game considering we got 3 hours. You know, we'll probably finish the boss of World 2. We'll probably get to World 3, do a whole lot of World 3. I don't know if we'll beat World 3, but we might get really far into it, okay? And tomorrow night, WWE Champions time, brother. And let me tell you this. I talked about this last night. Wait till you hear this. Tomorrow, when we play WWE Champions, do you know what they're doing this week for a special week-long event? Are you ready for this? They have wrestlers cosplaying as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles characters. Rey Mysterio, Seth Rollins, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods are dressed as the Ninja Turtles. There's speculation that Cody Rhodes will be Casey Jones, and they even said that Roman Reigns may be Shredder. This is all based on action figures, by the way, because the game over the years has had these tie-ins. They had a Masters of the Universe tie-in where various characters, like Ultimate Warrior was He-Man, stuff like that. So this is what they're doing again. Apparently, they have these action figures that were Ninja Turtles WWE crossover action figures. So now they're putting those characters into the game for a special week-long event. So we're probably going to be laughing our butts off tomorrow night. We're going to... Exactly. We're going to do pulls for Turtle Hogan's brother. Can't even say it with a straight face. I mean, sometimes, that's what I mean with these mobile games. Sometimes it goes off the rails with the ridiculousness of what they do. Okay? It's going to be funny. It is. Anyway, so that's tomorrow, and then Wednesday's my day off. And then for the rest of this week, what I'll do is I'll alternate the streams between, say, Warhammer till we beat it, and Astrobot on the day streams. And the night streams, currently what I want to do is alternate fighting games. So probably Thursday night, we'll do the MVC collection. And then Friday night, we'll maybe do Street Fighter 6, you know, just for variety purposes. So we're not just doing the same thing every day. Now, eventually, we're going to finish Warhammer, and then we're going to have to try to find something else to do. But next week is Terry Bogard in Street Fighter 6 on the 24th. So I don't want to get into anything too crazy. So I guess we'll have to discuss exactly what it is that I should do, perhaps in the next, you know, week to 2 weeks until new games and content start coming out. We'll tackle that together. If you want to know what games I'm going to be playing between now and the end of the year, yesterday on this very show, all right, we did, my nose itches, excuse me, we did a new gaming schedule update, and I haven't done one of these in a long time. So there's a big segment, already has almost 1,000 views, which I'm not surprised because people are interested what games Phil's playing, right? Well, now you're going to have your answer. Go check out that video. We went over it for a while. We went through the whole gaming schedule and outlined the games that I'm specifically interested in playing. There's some that are maybes. So should be pretty good. All right, check it out. And it's going to be a good gaming year, I feel. Okay, so that's basically what's going on right now, schedule-wise and all of that. I'm excited for Warhammer. I just want to say before we go to the silly segment, which is going to be so ridiculous, the streak continues, folks. 11 straight streams where we have hit the King's Tips goal. And someone last night, so why don't you make that the King's coffers or whatever? No, I have. I used to call it the King's taxes. But the problem was people were misunderstanding and thinking that, like, if they super chatted or if they did a gifted membership, that it would count towards that. But it is just a tips goal. So FYI, that's why I wanted to name it King's Tips, so that way there's no misconceptions and someone does like a big contribution and the next thing they know it didn't count towards it. That would be pretty deceptive of me. I don't want to do that. So that's why we're calling it that, okay? Anyway, so here's the deal. 11 straight streams. Yesterday was React Day, which was a great day of content, by the way. I hope you'll check out the clips from my React show on DSP Reacts and the clips from the Retro React we did to Resident Evil 1 last night over on DSP Throwback. All great stuff, really. It was a really great day. But man, both streams were nail biters. No exaggeration. Both streams were down to the wire to the very end to see if the streak would continue. And then last minute, someone came in and tipped, and then we would hit the goal. So today, listen, I'm only doing one stream today. So if you were thinking of, doing something to continue the streak, please do it, on this stream. There's no late stream tonight. You can come and support. All right. So, and the sooner the better, by the way. What we were doing last night, this is kind of interesting. Okay. What we would do is someone would tip, and I would read the tip, and I would say, well, now you're a top tipper, but now let's get someone to get, to beat that right away by like $1. And then someone would. So let's say someone tipped $1, then someone would tip $2, then someone would tip $3, then someone would tip $4, and people just kept trying to jump on. And next thing you know, we were near the goal, So maybe that's a good way to go about it. I think that actually got people kind of motivated. Case in point, we have $1 tip. Let's see what this is. Oh, we have $1 tip from Gaping Gorilla's Anal Liquids. Well, that's pretty disgusting, and I'm not putting that on the leaderboard. So here's what we'll do. Of course, that's the first tip of the day, right? That's what we're going to say the name is. So there's the first tip of the day, $1. Now, who will be the one to step up to the plate and challenge that disgusting name for the top spot of the top tip? Who's going to tip $2 right now, right? And that's how we do it. So let's have someone usurp this person right now with a $2 tip. And that's how you get the momentum going, all right? So let's see. Let's do it. Let's get someone to do it right now. First super chat of the day is from iCabal. I'm just going to call him Cabal because I think the I's are just for design or something. It's a 5-pound super chat. He says, your detractors try and target your supporters, but we're still here and supporting whilst they stay in their cave of negativity. Listen, I really appreciate that. I know that these people, here's the thing, they know they can't get to me. They have tried every possible thing. And especially now, recently, with this newfound popularity and positivity and support I'm getting, and the fact that with this documentary, all that old shit is gone. You understand? This is all the old shit that they used to bring up. Oh, he's a racist. Oh, he was a bully in Street Fighter. We plays mobile games. He lied about it. It's all over with. It's literally all in the past. Which is why this next segment we're going to go into is so funny. They have nothing to talk about anymore. So they have to actually take the most small, innocuous, minute, minuscule thing that has nothing to do with anything and try to turn it into a drama topic because there's nothing else to talk about anymore. It's all over with. All their old memes are meaningless. They've had the power taken away from them and nothing they say or do is working anymore. But in regards to what Cabal is saying, yes, I know Cabal. I'm sorry for that. Obviously, there's nothing that I can do in order to stop my trolls from going out there and trying to attack my supporters. All I can say is be careful with information you put on the internet. That's number one. Don't put personal stuff all over the internet. Too many people think it's safe. It's not. The internet is just not a safe place for this stuff. There are people out there who are just not, their heads aren't screwed on right. They have problems. I mean, these are the same people who crap on everything positive, right? So to see someone winning, recovering from 10 years of abuse, coming back strong, and they're so upset about this, now they lash out at everything else around because they can't get to me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I understand, I'm sorry for that. You got to be careful the information you put on the internet because these people may, do dumb stuff. For example, if you have a YouTube account, I strongly recommend don't link it to a social media account like a Facebook or something that has all your real life personal info. Well, no lie, before I was a YouTuber, I had coworkers when I worked at this office job at this helicopter company. They told me I should make a Facebook, right? And I'm like, I don't even know what that's for. So they would say, well, here's mine. I would go to their Facebook. Their Facebook would literally have like all information about where they work, all of their friends, all of their relatives, where they hang out, where they like to eat, all of their hobbies and habits. Like you could just look at their Facebook for 5 minutes and get an entire life profile about this person. And I thought to myself, that's not safe. What if someone doesn't like this person? Now they could literally know how to stalk them. They could probably use this information to socially engineer crap around them. I mean, hell, they might even be able to like impersonate them because all the information they put on the internet, right? So that's what I'm saying. Just be very careful about what you put on the internet because you never know at what point someone will get a bug up their butt about you and want to come after you for some ridiculous reason, right? Now, I know, as a public figure, I can't not be on the internet. Everyone knows all about me because I've been on the internet for 16 years, and there's nothing I can really do about it, but you can. So, Cabal, thank you for the support, and to everyone out there who has been supporting, who has been enjoying this newfound fun that we've been doing, be careful with this stuff, because these people are nuts, and they will, and it's not everyone. I want to make that clear. Just because I have detractors and just because I have trolls or people who razz me, it's not everyone. It's the most unhinged, untethered, weirdo people who go to the extreme to do crazy things. It's not the normal person who's just here to troll or razz. Those people are, okay, they laugh at someone. Big deal. Who gives a shit? But it's the people who, now I need to systematically harass literally every single person who has interaction with Darkside Phil. What? No. What you need to do, you need to go seek help. You need to go to the padded room and put on the jacket and then talk to people and have them drug you, because that behavior is nuts and you're hurting people around you. But they won't ever do that. That's the problem. They're hiding out in the basement, so no one even knows that they exist. Anyway, so thank you, Cabal, for that. The Roman Victor, with a 9 months as a member, says, Phil is love and Phil is life. That is weird. But thank you for the membership. I appreciate that. But the statement is weird. All right, so we're about to start to talk about leg day, which I know you're all dying to hear what this is about. We have 360 people on the stream and climbing. It's actually increasing. 57 likes, guys. Let's get that to 100 likes this morning. All right, let's get it to 100 likes. If you're here, you're enjoying, you're like, oh, this is going to be fun, please like the stream. Let's get that engagement going. Engagement's been helping this channel a ton in the last month, and it will continue to do so as long as you keep liking the content, okay? We got a super chat there from Cabal. Thank you. We got a membership. Thank you for that. Let's get some support going in that regard. But notably, since we want to keep the king streak rolling, let's get some tips in right now, all right? We got a 1 tip for $1. Let's get a $2 tip in. Who's going to be the $2 tipper that's going to unthrone double GAL and become the top tipper of the day? Let's find out and let's get it growing, all right? All right. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for a funny segment, okay? So, yesterday, here, I'll say this. Next topic officially on the show. The reason I'm doing that is it helps me to find, when I'm trying to do clips, it helps me to find the place to clip, because I go like this. But also, there's some people who've been putting timestamps on the videos, and apparently when I say next topic, they can catch that, okay? Okay, so, yesterday was React Day, okay? And during React Day, on DSP Reacts, I watched a skit that was about how guys always seem to skip leg day, right? Now, honestly, I don't even know the meme, but I guess the meme is that people who work out regularly don't like leg day because leg day is the hardest day. It's like the most painful, grueling day, all right? Now, I don't understand this, because when I used to work out, leg day was the easiest day for me, okay? And this is just me being honest. This was like a long time ago when I was lifting weights, but when I did this, leg day was the easiest day for me, always. I thought it was the easiest exercises, okay? So why is it, right? Well, we were talking about this yesterday on the show, and I said, it's because for some reason, don't ask me why, because I don't even know how this started or anything, right? I've always walked on my toes. I do. I walk on my toes. I don't know why. I feel better at balance standing on my toes than I do standing flat on my feet. And it's not that I never stand flat on my feet. It's when I walk. When I'm standing still, I'm standing flat. But when I walk, I literally am walking on my toes. Okay? And a lot of people say, what? Why? Yeah, I don't know. I really have no clue. It's always been like that. Okay? Now, the thing is, I actually didn't even notice this or know much about it. And then it was around the mid-2000s. Okay? And I had some friends over. This is when I was living in an apartment, a shared apartment with 2 other roommates. Okay? And I was having a party. And I was basically like in shorts that day. And a lot of my friends had never seen me in shorts because, in the Street Fighter days, you go to arcade, you're wearing jeans or whatever. You wouldn't be in shorts. So a lot of people had never seen me in shorts before. So they came over my place and they said, Phil, yo, your legs are like jacked. And I was like, what? I never even heard anyone say that to me before or whatever. I was in my like mid-20s. Okay, this is like a long time ago. They're like, yeah, dude. like your legs are like buff, which is shocking because, you know, we didn't know that you had such buff legs or whatever. I'm like, what? So, you know, I look into it. It's because I'm walking on my toes all the time. All of my leg muscles are large, like both my calves as well as, you know, like my thigh muscles are all very like lean and strong and big. And I don't work out or anything like that. I don't. So it's just because I've walked on my toes my whole life. So when I used to lift weights, leg day was easy for me because my muscles were already big down there. So leg day was like, this is not a big deal. And I would always like, you know, just turbo through it and it didn't hurt and it wasn't a big deal. Everything else, the whole upper body stuff, that's where it was work for me. And I'm buffing up and I'm doing all the upper body exercises was always the tougher thing for me. But the lower body was always easy. So I guess this is, you know, the meme or whatever. It just doesn't make sense to me because what's the big deal? You know, this is me. I watched the meme on the React show. And that's just my reaction. That's what I say. So we move on, right? And now people are like, oh, this is my detractors, right? They have nothing to do. They literally have nothing to talk about anymore because the fucking champions meme is over with. There's nothing they could say about that. All the old shit they used to say, it's all been addressed. It's done, right? So they're like, well, I can't believe that Phil said that on the show. He's full of it. And you might think I'm exaggerating. Dude, there was like a giant thread on Twitter about it. They were, a couple of them made videos about it. I'm not kidding you. This is what they were talking about yesterday, that Phil says he has giant buff legs and he's lying about it. It's just another thing he does. He's such a liar. He literally every day he just makes lies about everything. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, I could understand if like it was like something important, right? Why would you think that I would lie about my legs or walking on my toe? Like, what does it even matter? It doesn't, I'm not better than anyone because I might have big calves. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of these guys who's like a gym rat who all I care about is how my body looks because that's my one value in life. The only piece of work that I get out of my life is that I have a muscled body. I don't care if I have a muscled body. I have no reason for a muscled body. It would go to waste if I had it because I don't need a muscled body or anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like this is a flex because I said that. I'm literally just stating facts during my React show. I was like, that's why I didn't understand the meme. The meme was that guys always skip leg day because they say it's the hardest day of the week. And there's jokes there about how this guy silly ways that, oh, I accidentally skipped leg day. But I never would have skipped leg day. That's the point I'm making. Like, leg day was the easy day for me. Well, I don't get it. Why? Because I have big legs. You're a liar, Phil. Phil lies about everything. He's a liar. There's no way he could have big legs. Okay? So last night, I'm like, watch this. Because I know exactly what's going to happen. Because I'm not stupid anymore. I'm kind of slide all this shit, right? So I say, okay, I'm going to do something and watch the reaction to this, how stupid this is going to be. All right, you ready? So on Twitter, well, I guess you should say X. Or does it even fucking matter what you call it at this point? Probably not, right? So I do a post. Today on stream, I watched a skip leg day skit, and I didn't get it because I said I'd never skipped leg day because I have giant calves because I've walked on my toes my entire life. My detractors think I'm lying. Here's my leg right now. You be the judge. Why would I even lie about this one? All right? And so I took just a picture of my leg, and it's all it is. As you can see, that's the leg sitting on my couch. So the calf muscle is kind of like flattened and stretched out. All right? But, I mean, it's huge. I have big, giant calf muscles. I do. Okay? So I put the picture up and I said, watch this shit. I said, watch the reaction that this is going to get. Right? Because these people are so easy to content farm. They're just so dumb. So I guarantee you, because I took a picture of my leg, this is going to get tons of, like, attention. I guarantee it. So what do you think happened? Do you think that 2 people saw it and said, wow, that's just a leg, it's not a big deal? Or do you think that this got a ton of responses and a ton of attention? What do you think happened? Anyway, so let's scroll down. You ready? Now, I don't even know if this is updated. 62 responses, 20 retweets, 177 likes. 10 people bookmarked my leg. Oh, man. The king's leg? I have to bookmark this immediately. Very important content here. Yes. Things are getting hairy, folks, and I don't need my leg. It is hairy, but that's not what I mean. So, scrolling down, see, I don't understand how it works, because I don't think this is in any particular order. Like, you scroll down, and there's all this content, but I don't know, it doesn't, like, order it. So, it's all in, like, the most random order and shit, and I can't tell, like, what the order is. So, first off, as you can see, it's not like this is the first time that I've ever shown my legs. Here's a clip from ages ago, my old fuzzy camera, back when I still had my couch. Okay? And you can clearly see in this clip, both of my calves are huge. And right as I'm falling, because I guess I was jumping onto the couch, and this is a still frame, those are my real calves. This is not, you know, this was not edited. This is the real picture of me falling. And it's funny, people are like, are your legs dabbing? Yeah, I guess they are. I have no idea what this picture is from, but this is back when I had the love seat. So probably I was like jumping onto the love seat. My legs flew into the air or something. I have no idea when this happened. I mean, it's so old. Those are my old headphones there too. So, but yeah, it's just funny. Like, look at this. Whee! Floating into the air with these big calves popping off of my legs, right? So the detractors are trying to contain their calf envy right now. Looks like it's in need of a good scratch. I think we know what that's a reference to, right? Solid looking leg, solid looking leg. My calves are so inferior. Oh my lord. Oh, brother. I mean, things that I've muted, I'm not going to unmute because it's probably some disgusting freak. Failed, it's an extremely average calf on an extremely atrophied leg. An atrophied leg. They think that this is an atrophied leg. Does that really? What on this leg says atrophy exactly? I'm curious, right? Listen, if you want to say that's just a normal leg, fair enough. Fair enough. Big deal, right? Atrophy? He has to take a stab at the leg. Atrophied leg. I'll have you let you know that when I was running regularly on the treadmill for a year, all right, my leg looked exactly the same. It wasn't any different. And I was running literally every other day. I was running for like a good hour. So an hour of running like 3-4 times a week. My leg looked exactly the same, right? It's just like, what are you talking about? Atrophied leg? Weird people. This is great. You ready for this one? You're so fit, King. Ready? Here we go. Oh my god. Yo, these people are something else. These people are absolutely something else, dude. They're so funny. So first off, all right. First off, we're talking about legs. The discussion is about legs. So what this person does, right, is they show this that's nothing to do with legs whatsoever, right? That's number one, okay? Number two, I know that I'm still a little overweight. I'm 100. I just weighed myself the other day. I'm 195 pounds, okay? So I'm roughly around 10, 15 pounds overweight. I am. When I remember when I was young and I was in my early 20s and I went to the doctor and the doctor had said, so FYI, now that you're a developed adult, your key weight is to be between 180 to 185. Like if you can maintain between 180 and 185 your whole life, that's the weight you want for your height and your build. That's what you want. So I'm probably around 10, 15 pounds overweight. Yeah, I've got chubbiness all around. You know what they call it, the spare tire or whatever? I got the spare tire. Yeah, I got a little bit of fat on my body. But the funny part is when you do that clip, even if I were buff and I did that, it would still wiggle. Because the only people that don't wiggle are people who are completely flat-chested because they have absolutely no muscle whatsoever. They never developed any muscle there. Those are the people who would go like this and nothing happens. Even people who are buff, when they go like that, they move. Because there's something there. You see? So actually, the whole point is, you're right, I'm a man with developed muscles and shit. So when I move, they move. Get it? Like, if you do that, it's like if you're a flat-chested idiot, you get no movement whatsoever. But again, you have to actually be like an intelligent adult who's had like muscles to know that. And these people who criticize are morons. These people, these are flat-chested losers who have never lifted anything in their life, never done any physical activity in their life, literally will never be touched by another human. They live in a basement, sitting on the internet, editing clips like that to post up. I got him. Ah! No, you got nothing at all. You're a fucking loser. How about you post your picture, right? Where's yours? I don't think you're ever going to do that. We know that. So what the fuck is your point? It's the ultimate, like, stupid bitch move. Like, you have no point. It's not even appropriate to what we're talking about, legs. And no one said that I was a skinny twig. We know this. I've admitted that I am still a little bit overweight, and I'm looking, to eventually to get to that ideal body weight, And I probably will. If I stay the course of what I've been doing, eating better, not drinking soda and crappy stuff with extra sugars and things like that, and if I start to feel worn out or I feel I hit the treadmill, and I could do that, I'm fine with that. I just get into the habit and I do it, and it's fine. So I may eventually get to the ideal weight, which would be great to be my age, but to hit my ideal body weight, which is what I should have. It's good. It's a good thing, right? A couple of quick shout outs. Alex from Phoenix did a super chat. I'm killing myself in the gym for those calves. Here you come, making me envious, laughing my ass off. Yeah, it's again. I've literally been walking. Whenever I walk on my toes. It's just happened my whole life. It's not like I planned to do it. It's not like, you know what I mean? It just always has been like that. And it made my calves huge. It's a fact. It's not me lying or making something up. What would I benefit from that? Do you think I care? Do you think we're going to get into the calf contest? Maybe I should. Maybe I should say, it's the calves all the ladies want and all the men desire. And I am the master of calves and you are a plebeian loser. The king of calves here on DSPGaming. Do you see how stupid this is? Anyway, okay, we did it. We got a $2 tip. So we have a new tip leader here. Here you go. This person says, the best part about the leg tweet is that the detractors are suddenly fitness experts, and they're coping and posting pictures of their calves or bench pressing, truly straining. Thank you for the entertainment that you have spawned on your timeline. Yes, that you're welcome. I mean, again, that was the point. The whole point is I don't care if people think that I have big calves or not, but it's so easy to make content from these people because they're so stupid, right? So, that's an anonymous $2 tip. That gets us up to $3 in tips for the King's tips goal today. Who's going to be the $3 tipper that's going to unseat this $2 anonymous tipper and take the throne for top tip? Let's find out who's going to be number 3. Okay. Very nice. Continuing on. Gin drinking hard today. No, I wasn't drinking at all, actually. At all when I posted that picture. Calfzilla. I wish I have something called, well, whatever that is, and I have to get surgery for it. I can walk fine, but my toes are not sustainable. Well, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't think you're supposed to walk on your toes, right? A doctor would probably say you have bad posture and stuff if you do that. I just have done it. I don't know what else to say. I just done it my whole life. Now, detractors will never skip leg day in the hopes of felting the king. You're right. Look, people are actually posting up pictures of their own calves now. Now, there's a slight difference between this calf and mine. As you're going to notice, this is one big bulky muscle, and then we have my tendons and bone to my foot. This guy is like a giant chunk. I think what it is his leg is much shorter than mine. So he doesn't really have the length. He just has the muscle, and then, like, you know what I mean? Just a shorter leg. Your leg is jayocked and roided. How many creatine shakes do you have to drink to get that, bro? There you go. Thirst trap. Yo, you're posting your toes for free? This person wants me to delete the tweet. Should I delete the tweet? I mean, we all know this kind of tweet is very harmful to everyone. So perhaps I should just delete it right now before it goes too far, before this tweet reaches all of humanity, and the next thing you know, everyone must, by default, post up pictures of their legs and calves, right? It's very dangerous content. There you go. Daxma says usually tweets like that are hidden behind a paywall. Well, maybe, hold on. I'm on the Twitter premium stuff, right? X premium. Can I hide this behind a paywall? I can promote it. Hold on. How do I hide it behind a paywall? Let's see. We got community note it and be like, warning, this is dangerous picture. So here we go. When being a liar, credibility is difficult to regain. Here's a secret. It never fully recovers. And no, I'm not a critic or a fan, just human to human. All you or anyone can do is try and be better. Well, did I not show in this very tweet the evidence that I wasn't lying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I outright show the picture that's the evidence of what I said. So now I'm not lying, right? So, I mean, isn't that the first step? Is that I didn't just talk, I also backed it up with a fact? I mean, so there you go. If Giga Chad was a leg, this is possibly the greatest tweet in DSP history. You know, there was the tweet when Pro Jared was exposed for all his drama, and then I tweeted back at him at a tweet that he had tweeted at me years before, but I never responded when he just attacked me for no good reason. That was a good tweet. Some people have said that was their favorite tweet. There was the tweet when I clapped back at the Oscars when Will Smith was allowed to slap Chris Rock across the mouth and then they awarded him with an Oscar in the same night. Remember that? That one was pretty good. But apparently this one is the best tweet ever. This is the best tweet I've ever put out. It's that important. It's that exciting, right? Show my other calf. You did. Look. They're the same. My calves are the same. They're exactly the same. They're both very large. I don't have one abnormally large calf and one small calf. I have two very large calves from walking on my toes. And even look, even the leg muscles under the leg are actually quite buff too. Again, from walking on my toes. There you go. Now this is funny. BMI indicator, right? So this is wrong. First of all, this is wrong too. I'm actually 5'11", and I am 95 pounds, which means that I'm overweight. I know that. I'm slightly overweight, actually. Where did he get this from? BMI calculator? Can you find this somewhere? Here you go. BMI calculator for men. Is this it? No, it looks different. What the fuck? What is all this shit? I can say, get out of my face. Here. So I'm 5 foot, 11 inches, and I weigh 195 pounds currently. Calculate. So your BMI is 27.8. Wait, how did I get 10? I put in 11, I thought. Wait, why did it say 194? I typed in 195. What is going on here? I swear I typed in 195. Messing with me. Okay, get the fuck out of here. So, healthy weight would be 18.5 to 24.9, and I am 25 to 29.9. So I'm really right just above it. Right. I'm just above it. There you go. So I'm considered slightly overweight, but not obese. Obese would have been if I went to the 30, right? Which I'm not. I'm basically around here. And I agree. Like I said, I could weigh it, leaves about 15 more pounds. And then the doctor said that I would have been, actually my ideal body weight. So that's correct. Okay. So fair enough. I mean, I don't know what this person was getting at, but it's pretty correct. Like I said, I would like to be in here, and maybe I will be eventually, right? This is I guess. I know, because it's not a big deal. You understand that this isn't a big deal? But that's the thing. Again, the point I'm making here isn't that I have buff calves. Nobody cares that I have buff calves. The fact is, I made a very normal observation, correct? That a normal person would make. Like, okay, I don't get this meme because I never had problem with leg day. Well, why not, Phil? Because actually I have big calves and buff legs because I walk on my toes my whole life. So leg day was easy for me. All the other exercises were much harder. The leg day was like the easy day for me. Oh, Phil's a liar. Phil's full of it. Phil's like... So that's what I'm emphasizing here. It's not that my legs are buff or not buff. Nobody cares. The point is that the detractors have nothing to talk about anymore. They're so boring that now me saying that I have big legs actually like makes their heads fucking explode. Like brain matter is shot all over the ceiling because they can't take the fact that, they have nothing to talk about anymore. Okay. I mean, we can keep going. Looking thick, tight, and solid. Keep us updated with progress pics. Looking freaking huge, man. And then, of course, there's the people who, of course, have to go to something incredibly negative, and they say, oh, so you're autistic because you walk on your toes. It's just insane. You're artistic because you walk on your toes. You would think that possibly, just maybe, there'd be some other signs that would be stronger than walking on your toes. You know what I'm saying? And here's the other thing too, right? People, like, it's the same thing. Like, people used to say stuff like, well, maybe you're retarded or something, right? It's 2024. That's like, it's not even an insult anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, you would say something like that, like, you might be artistic, or you're retarded or something. That's not, it's 2024. You missed the boat on this one. Those were insults from decades ago. They don't even apply anymore. Today, even if someone was autistic, right? It doesn't matter. It's fine. There's tons of people out there who are different levels of autistic, and they're all fully functioning members of society who aren't ass bag A-loggers. You understand? Like, they're fine people. There's nothing wrong. Even if that were the case, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But these people use it as an insult. Oh, don't you know that walking on your toes is a sign of autism? Who cares? Even if it was, it doesn't fucking matter. You have no point. That's what I mean. They really are grasping at such fucking straws to try to insult me these days. Even the things that they're saying don't make sense. It's like you have no point at all to what you're saying. There's no insult there. But they don't get that. Unreal. I think that at this point, you see, this is funny. It's not a tumor. Yes, because it's definitely a giant tumor on both of my legs in exactly the same spot. That's totally proportional. 2 identical tumors on the back of my 2 legs. Exactly. That would be something. Like, that would be a freakish thing. Imagine that. It really is 2 tumors. Oh, God. Someone else showed their leg. See, it's weird because their legs don't look like mine. Like, it looks like they all have short legs. These people who took the pictures have tiny legs. So it's like super stubby and short. So there's their calf muscle, but there's like no ankle, just right to the foot. Right? I mean, look at that compared to this. Look, I have a giant, long, developed bone and structure there into the foot. These people are just like calf foot, like the foot's here. You know, maybe it is the angle. You're right. Maybe it is the angle, or maybe it's because I'm tall. You know, it could be that. Maybe, I don't know. It just looks weird. Oh my God, another one. Actually, that is a well-developed calf muscle right there. Fair enough. That is an actual, very well-developed calf muscle, right? That's right. There you go. Listen, look at this. You see what I'm saying? What is wrong with these people? Even if this were true, right? How is this an insult? Why do I need to get evaluated? What are you talking about? Like, dude, Brandon Vasquez, what the fuck is your problem? Are you a fucking bigot or something? Really? Like, what a fucked up thing to say. Right? Like, huh? Unreal. Anyway, so I think we've seen enough, right? All right, I think we've definitely seen enough of this nonsensical stuff. I think that's the end of this topic. So just so you know, all right, you ready? Since this was such a hot topic, all right, since this was so popular, are you ready? I got a new one that we could talk about now for tomorrow, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, I have the widest spatula you've ever seen, all right? Just so you know, I love when I'm cooking. The reason that I never have a problem flipping pancakes or burgers is because I have the widest spatula you've ever seen. There you go. Ready? It's very exciting. No, I'm being real. I have the widest spatula you've ever seen. That's why I have no problems flipping things. All right? So, there you go. We got a new topic. Widest, not whitest, widest, as in width. All right? Okay. Very exciting topics today. Okay? All right. So, by the way, guys, thank you for chilling here on the Level 1 podcast. We have 400 viewers and climbing, actually. Please like the stream if you're here and enjoying yourself. We're at 85 likes. Let's get it to 100 right now. 15 people, hit the like button. The engagement is key for this channel. It's helping a lot. Please hit the like button, okay? Super chats are at 11 bucks. Let's get some of those in. We have only one membership today. Let's get more than that. Remember, guys, this is my only stream of the day. I don't have a late stream or anything tonight. This is the only stream. Let's get support in. And, of course, with tips, guys, we're only at 3 bucks. Now, come on. Top tipper is $2. Who's going to be $3? Right now, someone tip 3 bucks. Unseat the anonymous $2 tipper and become the top tipper of the stream. Let's see it. All right? Okay. Now, on to our next topic. All right? Ready? So, on to the next topic of the show. So, it was either yesterday or the day before. I think it was a little over like 24 hours ago. There was a big tournament going on. Okay? And in this tournament, the person who won was a Ryu player, okay? And this Ryu player, no one expected a Ryu to win a Street Fighter 6 tournament because Ryu is not considered top tier. He's actually significantly better now than he was before the rebalance happened in June. They did improve him dramatically, okay? But no one considers Ryu to be top tier. So for someone to win a major tournament with a character that's not considered a top tier character basically means this is an incredibly good player, okay? But this is the finals. This is the final match of the tournament, okay? I want to watch this final round with you guys, and I want you to tell me what you think, all right? Here we go. You ready? This is the final match of the tournament.
Set point now for Kusanagi. 2,500 people's eyes are glued to the screen, hands clasped together in prayer. Every hit, every throw, a cheer. Oh my God. 3 in a row, 4.
Don't do it so high.
5. One more will do it. Oh, Shahan said, the wake up OD, Dragon Punch, and Kusanagi as the crowd rushes.
That was the finals of a major Street Fighter 6 tournament. So, I'm just curious. You guys, obviously, are going to see it from probably a different perspective than me. But my question to you is, what do you think about what just happened? What's your comments on that? Here we go. Throw loops can be crazy. Outplayed, good game, easy. That was some bullshit. Throw like hell, Phil. That was so dirty. That looked so fun. Nah. Whoa, that's embarrassing. That's some BS. Kingly win. Someone choked. Now we know how to beat Kimmy's pattern play. That's so cheap. I'm disappointed. This is nothing like the old days. That guy stopped the spam combo. Throw loop seems broken. I want to see the whole thing. Well, the point I'm making here, what I want to address today, all right, is something that I've been talking about with Street Fighter 6 since its inception, since we started playing and seeing this stuff happen, all right? So it says, when just take the throw goes wrong. Now, what does just take the throw mean? In Street Fighter 6, when you get to the corner, the game literally becomes a guessing game. It's gambling, okay? It's no longer a fighting game. The way that they've built Street Fighter 6 and its meta is that when you hit the corner, all right, now it's rock, paper, scissors. Because at any moment, someone can throw you. And if they throw you, they do a set amount of damage, and then you go back to neutral and you start over. The minigame begins again. But if they throw you and you stop the throw, well, then you get out of the corner. But the question is, what's the risk reward to trying to stop the throw? And there's all these different techniques and things that come in. Well, if you break the throw by pressing your own input, great, that's ideal. But what if they don't go to throw and you do to break the throw and they baited it? Now they get a ginormous punish combo and they win. That's it. Like literally in Street Fighter 6, you're in the corner. They're going to throw you and you think they're going to throw, so you go to break the throw and you miss. That's it. You lost the round. It's over. You're not going to get out of the corner. You're going to get a giant punish combo and you're still stuck in the corner. Game over. Right? Now, every character's a little different. Some characters have perfect reversals that can blow through the throw so they can get out, but even that's a gamble. For example, that Cammy right there could have done the OD cannon spike. But if the person baited the throw and didn't do it and blocked or dodged the OD cannon spike, it's the same situation as if they had tried to break the throw, and now they get punished for a giant combo, and basically they lose the round. So what's happened in Street Fighter 6 now, and this is the highest level of play. This isn't like two scrubs playing. This is literally the higher level of play. Once you get to the corner, you're no longer playing a fighting game. You're playing a game where two people are rolling dice, and it's like playing craps. You throw it down, or like a dice game in an alley for money, right? And you both roll and you guess. One person guesses right, one person guesses wrong, and that's who wins. That's incredibly fucking stupid. That's not a fighting game, okay? Now, what I want to show you is the person who quote posted this, who I think is incredibly smart in this situation, what they're observing. The funny thing is that Capcom solved these throw loops decades ago. Games like Street Fighter 3 had 6 unthrowable frames on wake up and after blocks hits. This meant you couldn't time a melee attack and then a grab on the exact same frame. Street Fighter 2 had 13 unthrowable frames. Street Fighter 5 and 6 only have 2. So what he's saying is, in older fighting games, this bullshit in the corner, this gambling, didn't exist because throws weren't built like this. They made it on purpose so that you could have ways to escape a corner situation, which made the fighting games better. As these fighting games have gotten newer, they've made them worse. Why do you think this exists? I'm going to tell you why. Because they want the game to be easy to play. They want morons, scrubs, who don't understand competitive play to be able to walk up and throw you 6 times in a row, and you're like, what the fuck? Then that person feels like they're good. And in fact, further down, this guy even says something like that. Where was it? Here, I can't find it now, but he had made a good comment. Basically, his comment was, when you make the game play like this, okay, it makes it that a silver ranked player and a literal pro are on the same level when you get to the corner because everyone's stuck in the same guessing game. And an old fighting game, all right, what would happen is people would be smart about it. They'd be like, oh, I'm going to throw, and then they wouldn't, and they would bait that counter throw, and then they would get a big punish. You don't need to do that anymore. You can literally just walk up and say, I'm just going to throw 6 times in a row because it's completely safe and there's no real risk here. To me, you know that they're going to probably gamble the less risk route, which means they're going to take the throw. Like, there's no reason to not just keep throwing. In old games, there was, because you couldn't do throw loops like that. Instead, it was more intelligence, more mind game, and more planning and more interesting gameplay elements. These games have been dumbed down. And by the way, I'm not taking anything away from the Ryu who won at all. Like, he's a great player. But the fact that this is so fucking dumb, right? With this fucking corner trap bullshit, it means that these games are fucking not anywhere near as good as old fighting games used to be. And it's just, I'm sorry, it's factual. This is not, oh, my objective or subjective opinion. This is factual. You've dumbed them down, so now this shit, this throw loop shit is like the viable strategy to do. How is that fun? I walked up and I threw. 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 Oh, on the 7th time, they finally decided to take a gamble. And they got out of the corner. And it didn't matter because they had no health left. Game over. It's the dumbest fucking strategy possible for any fighting game. But it works because that's how they built it. The people who are building modern fighting games aren't good at fighting games. They don't even understand the elements that make fighting games good. So that shit they think is good. Oh, that's great gameplay. That's shit. That is terrible. If in the 90s a fighting game played like that, it would be laughed at. No one would play it. Today, this is the biggest fighting game in the world. Throw someone 7 times in a row, and the only way to get out is an insane risk that if they fuck up, the round is over anyway. That's dumb shit. Here's the truth. You should be able to tech throws on reaction. When you see someone throwing, you should be able to get out of it if you have fast enough reflexes. You can't do that in Street Fighter 6. There's no way to do it. In Street Fighter 6, you have to guess that they're throwing and already be pushing the input to break the throw before their throw animation is even like coming out. It's a guessing game. Guessing game is stupid. There should be some elements of guessing to take a risk reward, right? But the whole fucking meta of the game shouldn't be based around 2 people throwing dice. This isn't D&D. This is fucking Street Fighter. They've turned the game into something it's not supposed to be at this level because they wanted to dumb it down for the masses. But what they did is they made the game just unequivocally way worse. That is not good gameplay whatsoever. And that's the finals of the tournament. 7 throws in a row. That is stupid as fuck. It shouldn't exist. Again, I came from an era where you needed to have so many elements to be good at a fighting game. You needed to have good neutral, good footsies, good reactions for things like anti-air. You had to have great timing for combos, 2-in-1s, counter hits. You had to have an eye for when you have spacing, so you bait someone, you can counter hit them and do a big combo. Then when you get to the corner, you'd have all these different options and things to do to mess with someone. You want to go in offensively? Do you want to try to bait them to do something and then you can punish them? Do you want to go for a throw mix-up or a throw loop? And sometimes you bait it. In Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, which he's bringing up here, there's something called Kara throwing, okay? And, excuse me, Kara throwing meant that you could do a special move, but you could cancel the special move into a throw, and this would artificially increase the length of your throw, all right? And it would actually make throws incredibly powerful, except you could still avoid them with certain strategies and certain tactics, and if you avoided them, it didn't end the game. In this one, in Street Fighter 6, literally, when you get to the corner, that could be pretty much the end of the game. Unless you get incredibly lucky or the opponent makes a mistake, they could just play a pattern, which is what he did there. This top Ryu literally used pattern play to win the tournament. And everyone's okay with it. Oh, wow, amazing. Dude, it's a throw loop pattern. And he just did it 7 times in a row. There's 0 risk. All reward. Why are we saying great game? You shouldn't be saying great game. You should be saying, fuck, that tournament just exposed how bad the best fighting game in the world is right now. That has to be fixed. We shouldn't have the entire end game be 7 throws in a row, and that was the right thing to do. That's shit gameplay. It shouldn't even be, what? Oh, God. Embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that just happened. Now, oh, this is great. Amazing. Everyone applaud. No. You should be crying, not applauding. This is exposing your fighting game and how bad it is. It seriously is. But that's the thing. The common person doesn't look at that with any kind of an eye to understand what's going on. The common person didn't play games in the past that were much better than Street Fighter 6. So they just think, oh, that's fine. We'll just accept it. It's the new meta. No, it's bad. I'm not just going to accept bad gameplay. The game shouldn't be gambling in the corner at all. This is dumb. And what this person rightly is saying is that because the way Street Fighter 6 is set up, you're doing a completely safe corner pattern combo, a completely safe quarter pattern throw loop. You can time a meaty attack with the same time as a throw, so it either grabs or stuffs. So it's completely safe pattern play, and there's nothing you can do about it. Wow, what a great game. No, it's bad. It's just bad. So when I continue to play this game, understand, you get to the corner, and I'm like, well, I have no way to get out. Yeah, because the only way to get out is to guess correctly and gamble and roll the dice and get the correct roll with the correct timing to blow yourself out of the corner. The people who are playing this game now don't think. They literally memorize this fucking pattern. This is what I do to get them to the corner. This is what I do when they're in the corner. Oh, it's like fucking, they studied a textbook and they copy and pasted a formula for the test, but they actually have no idea what the formula means or how you use it. They're just copy pasters. This is how people are playing the game now. That's shit as hell. Anyway, again, I'm not faulting this player whatsoever. He played it correctly. It's just shit. The gameplay is terrible. That's not how a fighting game at a competitive level should be played. The best move to do was 7 throw loops in a row. What the fuck? That's just insanity. So, and anyway, it's funny because, the original thing says when just taking the throw goes wrong. Yeah, but there's a whole, I'm not even kidding. There was an entire series of videos on YouTube about just take the throw. It's the right thing to do. Because in the risk-reward situation, taking the throw is the right thing to do. Most people aren't going to throw more than 3 times in a row anyway, because they're going to try to mix it up thinking you're eventually going to guess and throw break. So just take the throw. Well, in this case, take the throw lost the entire tournament because taking the throw was too safe. This is just, it's pissing me off. Why are games that I played in the 1990s better than the modern one? That doesn't make sense. 20, 25, 30 years of development, and the game is worse today than it was in the 1990s. It looks better, but it plays like dirt. It plays like a fucking play school game, right? It's like you're fucking playing with the fucking do-blocks shit or whatever they are, Instead of, you should be building giant intricate models and statues, and here you are with the fucking do-blocks trying to put shit together, Tinker Toys. It's crap. And it's very frustrating. Oh, sure. No See Real Vibe says, how about that Daigo J Wong Third Strike match? That was insanely high level gameplay. Insanely high level. You know, two guys, you know, Justin's thinking this is the way for me to chip him to death with the super. There's no way he's ever going to get out of this. And Daigo says, watch my insane timing and skill. And on the fly, while I'm using my insane timing and skill, I'm also going to do the perfect counter combo to win the match at the same time. I don't think we'll ever see that level again because these new games don't require that level of thought, intelligence, reaction, or hand-eye coordinated skill. Instead, it's I did the same thing 7 times in a row. I won the tournament. Congrats to Kusanagi for winning with Ryu because that's a hard thing to do against fucking Cammy, that's for sure. I mean, that's a ridiculously one-sided match, and the fact that he won the tournament, good on him. I just wish that the game was better. I'm no slight to his skill level whatsoever. I just wish the Street Fighter 6 was a better game so that tournaments would actually look like fun, interesting, challenging gameplay. Now, I threw someone 7 times in a row, and that's how I won the tournament. All right. So, for some of you, that was interesting, and for many of you, you didn't give two craps about that. I'm well aware of that, but I just had to get that off my chest because I saw that overnight, and I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. This is what modern fighting games are now. Yikes. Okay. So, I want to say shout out to 672, 40 months as a member, says, I bet Apollo walks on his toes too, so here we go. So now he's insulting Apollo. Well, you're insulting me by saying that too. Is there something wrong with me walking on my toes, 672? Do you have a problem with that? A personal problem with me walking on my toes and having giant roided monster calves? Excuse me. Anyway. All right, guys. We got some extra time today. So what I'll do is I will open up the chat. If people want to talk, please tag me in the chat. We'll see what's on everyone's mind. Guys, we're only at $3 in tips. Let's get a $3 tipper in here to unseat the $2 tipper. I mean, geez, let's do it. Let's get the momentum going. Let's keep the king streak moving. Okay. Okay, so what do you guys want to talk about today? By the way, I'm going to look over and we better have, we better have 100 likes. We do. Thank you. Thank you for the 100 likes. I appreciate that. I did ask for it, and you guys gave me 100 likes. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's get it to 150 likes right now. Let's get it to 150 likes. Come on, guys. You know you can click the like button. Thank you so much. Okay. Plucky Squire. Seriously. Tubs, listen to this. Tub says, are we really not checking out Plucky Squire tomorrow? It's one of the most anticipated indies of the year. Plucky Squire. A game that I've literally not heard about until you just mentioned it in my chat now, is one of the most anticipated games of the year, and I should be playing it tomorrow. Yeah. I'm not saying anything negative about it. I've never heard of it. Never heard of it until this very moment. So, no, I'm not playing Plucky Squire tomorrow. Maybe that could be something that we play when we have, an opening in the schedule, which we might. If we beat Warhammer, we might actually have an opening. But I've never even heard of it until this moment. How come I rarely talk about breakfast and my favorite coffee? I love talking about food personally, says Double M. But, all this week I've been having homemade breakfast burritos that my wife made me. Some scrambled eggs with seasonings, diced variety of peppers, chicken sausage, and just a little bit of cheese, and some chipotle creamy sauce. And she cooks all that together and wraps it in a tortilla. And that's my breakfast. And I've been having it every morning. Sadly, I ate the last one this morning, so tomorrow I either have to have a bagel or like some shitty frozen microwave burrito. That's no good, but it's all we have, So that's that's what I eat usually, and I have a coffee, a black coffee in the morning with that. No sugar, no cream, nothing. Black coffee. That's my breakfast every day. Primarchs are sons of the Emperor and fathers of the Gold. Fathers of the Space Marines. So, the Primarchs are sons of the Emperor who rules humanity, and their DNA is used to genetically engineer the Space Marine brigades. Okay, is that what you're saying? Okay. You hate black coffee? Well, are you? What's wrong with you? Are you bigoted? You're a bigot against black coffee? How could you? Personally, I think black coffee is good. It's nice, strong flavor. Gives me that kick in the morning I need to get going. You know? I don't need to water it down. Thoughts on Trump almost getting assassinated again? I mean, I already said what I had to say about this, a month or two ago. That this country right now is absolutely insane with the way that it's acting and behaving on both sides of the aisle. This is not, oh, one side's crazy, the other side's correct. Everyone's nuts. Everyone is going after each other in insane ways. It's funny because, like, the rhetoric, what I said when Trump was originally the target of an assassination, what was it, a couple months ago? I think it was early July. I outright said the reason this is happening is because the rhetoric's gone too far. It's one thing to say the person I don't agree with is wrong. And here's why, the reasons I think that they're wrong. It's another thing to say the person I don't agree with is the devil and Satan and Hitler and will ruin the world and blah, blah, blah. And the rhetoric on both sides has been to that level of extreme. So what happens is you get these unhinged, crazy nut jobs. And then they don't understand right from wrong, or you know what I mean? And they live in this fantasy world and they hear the extreme rhetoric and they believe it. And then they go out and they act on it. And I said 2 months ago, the rhetoric has to change. You can't have people who are supposed to be in charge of humanity saying these things that are so ridiculously extrapolated, exaggerated, because people are dumb and believe them. And then these horrible things happen, right? So what has changed in the last 2 months? Literally nothing. The both sides are still going at it to the insane extremes. They're not actually doing anything to, like, be more sound or be more rational or be more professional or be more mature. Instead, it's like two schoolyard groups of kids yelling at each other. And what happens is you get people who are nuts. And then they do nutty things. So here we go again. It's like we learned nothing from the last time. Keep it rolling. Just keep going with the insanity. All that's going to happen is extreme shit's going to keep happening. And it's going to keep escalating. And there's nothing, normal people sit back and watch and just shake their heads like, this is fucking nuts. I don't want anything to do. This is why people said, will you get involved with DS politics this year? Fuck no. There's absolutely no fucking chance I'm getting involved with politics right now with how insane this country is right now. Dude, there are people right now who wish that physical harm to me, who want me to be ended on the internet and in real life for playing video games and saying silly things. Can you imagine if I started talking politically? How crazy these fucking people would be? So no, by no means right now am I going to be doing any kind of political content. I have no desire to do so. Sadly, people are just not smart or mature enough to really fucking handle it. It's sad, but it's life, I guess. The people are just fucking stupid, But I just think that it's so dumb that we have people who are supposed to be world leaders or trying to be a world leader, and they're sitting out there saying the most awful shit. Maybe you understand that that's a joke and that's an exaggeration, but some people don't. They're that dumb. They're that brain dead stupid, and they act on dumb shit because they're nuts. Attila, thank you for the super chat. I literally just did what you just said. He says, what do you think about the second of Trump assassination? I just addressed it, okay? Lanius just did a €5 super chat. Says, what about Fire Emblem Engage when you finish Space Marine? I watched your 3 Houses playthrough and you enjoyed it. We get in 1 and 2 remasters coming out in March. There's absolutely no way I can play a lengthy RPG right now. That's insane. I would never get through it or finish it. The next RPG I'm considering is Metaphor, and that's in early October. And that's a maybe for me. Not even a yes, it's a maybe. If I'm struggling to juggle short games, I don't know how on earth you think I would be playing a Fire Emblem game right now. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to hate or anything, but that's just wild thought to think that I could be playing a Fire Emblem game right now. Okay. All right, guys, seriously now. Are we really not going to get someone tip $3 to get this moving? Like, come on, $3 just to unseat the anonymous $2 tipper? And it doesn't have to be 3. If you wanted to do more than that, you could do it. But I'm just saying, like, the whole idea is momentum. $1, $2, $3, $4, and there's people who are competing for the spot. No one's going to tip $3. That's it. I've had enough. Until I receive $3, I'm turning my webcam off, and you can just stare at this nice, empty black square. How about that? I'm just kidding. We all know who does that. All right. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot. All right. One quick new topic, everyone. Next topic. All right. I totally forgot to talk about this, and I want to mention it right now before we begin here, or before we end here, is what I meant to say. I have an update on Wings of Redemption because people have been telling me stuff and then saying, wow, that's good news. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay. So allow me to give you the situation here. All right. As you know, I've now had guests on my show for several weeks in a row. This coming week, I'm definitely giving this a break. All right. I'm not going to have a guest on my show this coming week on purpose. I want to have a break from guests. All right. I have someone lined up. No, it's not Wings of Redemption or anything like that. It's going to be a mystery guest. I'm not going to announce it until basically like right before it happens. And they're likely going to be the last week of September. I also have someone who's interested in coming on the show in October. But I'm working on lining up other guests for the show as well. But I don't want to have it like every week because it's taking too much time away from the stuff we like to do normally. All right. But there will be guests on the show moving forward. Now, people have asked me, well, did you ask Wings of Redemption to be on the show? Yeah. Behind the scenes, I talked with Jordy a little bit. And basically, here's the thing about Jordy. And I think this is going to be very representative as well about like what Keemstar said a few weeks ago. When he said, man, working with Jordy and Boogie, it's like, it's crazy town trying to run a show with those two. Okay. So allow me to give you a little bit of my experience with Wings of Redemption. Okay. I messaged him, okay, weeks ago about this. That, hey, I'd like to have you on the show or whatever. Dead silence for a while. Then he responded back eventually, and he talked about how sorry he was busy. He was out shopping with his wife to try to buy new microphone equipment. To which I responded and said, well, here's my setup and my microphone I've been using for a decade. I never had a problem with it. I recommend this stuff. So I actually recommended this Scarlett thing. I gave him my information about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I told him all that. And then he doesn't respond. Like for the longest time. So then I hit him up again. I was like, so just so you know, I'd be interested in having you on the show. I think it would be the conversation everyone would love to hear because, you know, how many years have people talked about either us doing a collab or an interview or whatever, and we never happened. This would be a really great thing, I think, for both of us. I actually think it would benefit both of us and everyone would like it, right? Dead silence. No response again. All right? Then last week, all right, I show off my Philomania t-shirt on stream. Look, the Philomania t-shirt has arrived. Out of nowhere, he now responds, not addressing any of the stuff that I've asked him. All right? Hey, can I get one of those Philomania shirts? And I'm like, what? That's what you messaged me about? You don't talk about the stuff that everyone wants to know or hear. You messaged me about Philomania shirt, right? Like, so I went back to him. I was like, dude, no, I'm not making those shirts yet. That was when I bought for myself to wear on stream. You know, maybe in the future, I'll have them that you can buy it, but I don't have it now. That was just for me, right? And then he doesn't respond again. It's like, it's like you can't have a conversation. It's like you send out a message, 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 you send out a message. All right, I give up. And then all of a sudden, 3 weeks later, oh, here's a random response to something completely unrelated. Huh? So imagine if I was on that show, that podcast, Lal Kyle Live or whatever, and that's what I have to work with every week. I'd be like, my patient, I would be, you know what it would be like? It would be like I'm the straight man, and I'm working with the two jokers, and they would drive me to my wit's end every episode, and that would be the show. Would be, can DSP survive this week putting up with these two guys? Because that's all it would be. Like, you know me, I'm a straightforward guy. I'm a professional guy when it comes to this shit. It seems like it's just like the most weird, unprofessional behavior. It's like, oh my God, why can't he just respond or answer to something? It's just so weird, right? Anyway, so that's where I left. Like, the last time I talked to him was like over a week ago about this Philomania shirt, right? So all of a sudden, I start getting messages like a day or two ago. Phil, congrats that Wings of Redemption is coming on your show. I said, what? Like, what are you talking about? I mean, I checked my DMs. There's nothing from Jordy. What is going on? What are people even... So I messaged him again and I go, dude, just so you know, I don't know what you're saying on your show, But people are now telling me that you're coming on my show, but you didn't even respond to me. So I have no idea what's going on, right? So he actually finally does respond. And he says, oh, well, I was just saying on my show that when things calm down and cool down a bit, then I'm definitely going to be on your show. When things calm down or cool down a bit, from what? Like, what is he even talking about? I don't even know what he means. What does that mean? When things calm or cool down a bit? Just so you know, this is not actually nuclear radiation behind me. I don't live in Chernobyl. Things are cool. Like, there's nothing going on. I don't know what he thinks is happening. There's nothing happening. Like, Double M says he's going on a long camping trip with Keem and Wings. He is? Oh, see, that I don't know. You may not realize this. I don't watch that show. I never have. Even the times that I've referenced it is things I've heard or like watching the Kino Casino guys react to it. I've literally never watched that show. So I don't know anything about what goes on it at all. I don't know anything about them going on a camping trip or anything. You know what I'm saying? Hidalgo says, presumably your doc or the boogie stuff. My documentary's long done with by 2 weeks now. Completely done with, right? So it can't be that. And the boogie stuff is months old now. So I really have no idea what he's talking about, okay? So anyway, I just want to be transparent with everyone. Here's where I left it. I messaged him back, and I basically said, I don't know what you're talking about, but you coming on my show would be an open door policy. Obviously, we would have to talk to schedule it, but you are welcome. Whenever you feel fit that you want to come and you want to hang out and just have a conversation on the show, which probably would be amazing. Everyone would love that, right? You're welcome. So just let me know. All right. And that's it. And that's where I've left it. And guess what, folks? He hasn't responded. So that's it. That's all I have to say about that. If literally probably the next time you will hear about it, you guys will tell me, because he'll probably say something public rather than DMing me about it, which is what he should do, so we can actually like hype it up and schedule it. Instead, he's probably going to talk about it publicly again. It seems like this is his methodology. He just blabs publicly about everything instead of talking to the person he actually should be talking to. So I would love to do this professionally and get it all hashed out and say, hey, things will be coming on such and such a week. Like it would be perfect like right now, mid-October. If you agreed, come on mid-October, right? That'll be my mid-October guest, right? Okay. Anyway, there you go. Oh, we have some shout outs to do. I received a $2.50 tip from $1. Oh, $1. $1. Tip me $2.50 and says the best I can do is $2.50. Well, thank you for $2.50. Indeed, that would make you the top tipper, except someone actually just tipped $5. A $5 tip from, he says, I got you, Mr. P. Hail the King, baby. Shout out to my friend Chris. He's cool. All right, there's no name attached to that one. It's an anonymous $5 tip. So thank you very much to the anonymous $5 tipper. I'm going to keep saying it like that to annoy people. And so there we go. So now, the top tipper is $5. Who will unseat the $5 tipper with a $6 tip? Let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep it going all streams, so that way we crush that King's Tips goal again. The King streak continues, right? Oh, by the way, we're at a total of $10 right now. Why dollars? Because you dole out the contributions to your king. You fill the coffers with your dollars as you dole them, right? There you go. Happy Monday, Jesse. How are you doing? Welcome. Red Bandit, 16 months as a member, says momentum for the king. Good afternoon. Thank you, Red Bandit, for 16 months as a channel supporter and member. I appreciate that very much. Thank you guys for the viewers, and thank you for the likes. Let's keep it going. We got 114 likes. Let's get that to 150. We have almost 450 viewers. Let's get that to 150 likes. Thank you, guys. Carlos says, it looks like Keem wanted you to take care of the podcast. No, dude, do you not think if I had been on that show, do you not think that's exactly what it would have been? I would have been the professional guy. I schedule it. I'm setting it up. I'm starting it up. And then it would be me trying to wrangle those two, right? And it would just be like me, the ultimate straight man, frustrated to wit's end, having to deal with those two guys. I just know that's what it would be, you know? Like, do you think that's what I want? Do you really think that's what I wanted to do for a job for a year? Like, it's a glorified babysitter? Of course not. Of course not. It's not what I want to do. If I wanted to be a babysitter, I would have my own kids. With my wife, we would have children, and then I would have a reason to do it. You understand? If Keem offered me $120,000 a year, would I take it? The only way that I would be involved is it has to be a project that I feel I have passion for. And I'm sorry, but the lolcow shit, I don't have passion for. I just don't. I don't like the whole lolcow culture. I don't enjoy it. All right? I just don't. I know the internet does. I don't. I don't agree with it. I think it's harmful. I think it's bullying. I just think it's messed up. I just don't like it. Okay? I don't. So no. If it was a different show where it was serious, serious topics dealt, and yes, there'd be comedy stuff on it too. I think people's personalities coming through is what would be entertaining about the show. But that was the idea. That if it was going to be me, Wings, and Boogie doing our own show, right? And it's not called LolCow Live or anything like that, but it's a more personable show where, we talk about different topics. We can cover news. We can cover games, but we can also have funny segments. But it's not, let's pull stunts. Let's fucking, do stunts constantly and do these weird, like, jackass style comedy stuff. Like, I just don't, I'm not for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't appeal to me in any way, shape, or form. That just sounds dumb and shit. I'm 42 years old. I got better things to do with the rest of my life than acting like an internet clown. All right? Just being frank. I don't think that it's worth my time at all. Okay. No, you're right. Exactly right. Stuart said, someone asked if I could be the host of the show, and Keem said there's no way I would ever do it. He's right. I would never host that show. Not that show. Fuck no. Absolutely not. Not that show. Not in any way. Except I have no interest in that whole culture. I just don't want to be a part of it at all. It would have to be a completely different format show. I received a $1 tip. So 3 or so days ago on LolCal, both him and Boogie said they want to work with you in a very highly interested manner, but Wing said he felt bad not setting a date or replying because he's busy and they're planning for the camping trip that was mentioned. He doesn't know when to do it. So why don't they just tell me that? Like, I'm going to be very transparent here. Just tell me that. Just say, interested, but don't know when we could do it yet because we got a camping trip coming up. And then I'm not in the dark, right? And I don't have people coming to my streams to tell me what they said on their show. Instead, I would know. Why are these people afraid of like a DM, right? And this is not me demanding email. That was a meme from last year or 2 years ago. I'm not asking to talk in email. I'm saying Twitter DMs, right? Why can't you? I don't get it. Just tell me what's going on. Don't leave me in the dark hanging, and then everyone asks me, and I'm like, I don't know. I can't answer these things because no one talks to me. You know what I mean? I received a $10 tip. Wow, this is a good one. From Alex from Phoenix. He says, I am the top tipper champion. Take this belt from me if you dare, peasants. All right, indeed, you are the top tipper right now, Alex from Phoenix. Thank you for that. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. And we're up to 20 bucks in tips right now. A good start. And now, let's get someone with an $11 tip to unseat Alex. And that's how the momentum starts, is that we get people who are on the throne of top tips, right? There you go. So let's see who will be the $11 tipper coming up. Jesse says, I'm sending this again. I don't know if it came through. I'm doing fine. I'm on my new custom PC that I got for my birthday this last Saturday. Keep up the good work. That's good to hear, Jesse. I hope you enjoy your new PC. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. I did not see your message earlier, by the way. I saw it this time, though. Thank you for tagging me, because that's the problem. A lot of the times, if I don't see the tag or if people don't tag me, I completely miss the message. But I saw it this time. Thanks, Jesse. So is this arc, this camping arc, is this supposed to be like redemption for when Jordy was supposed to camp with those other guys from the other podcast, whatever that podcast is? I can't remember what it was called. In Killer already, or whatever the fuck it's called. So now he's gonna do it with them instead. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if I see Wings and Boogie as outdoorsy people. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them as very adaptable, outdoorsy people, but I guess maybe that's how they figured the content will be. What's interesting here is how on earth are they going to do that? Because you can't broadcast from the woods. They're not going to have a good connection. Even if they try to like cell phone internet or whatever, it's going to be choppy. Like, I hope that they're bringing like high level equipment to record locally and then they can upload it later when they get back to civilization, because it ain't going to work from the woods. Starlink, I'll tell you right now, Starlink ain't going to work in the woods. He bought them Starlink. Dude, I don't think it's going to work. I mean, I hope it does. I hope it does work, but that shit is spotty. Like, I'd be shocked if it actually works out there. I just hope they are well equipped to be prepared for the internet to not work out there, so they record and they get... Imagine if they go out there and everything doesn't work, but they didn't bring any cameras. So now they fucking can't do shit, and it's a waste of time. I mean, that'd be awful. So I hope that they're bringing like backup stuff, because I actually I'm very skeptical that the internet's going to work out there. Oh, okay. They're renting a cabin in the woods with electricity, and then they're going to do things outdoors. That's different. That's actually quite different from just like a straight up camping trip. Okay, fair enough. That makes sense. Okay, got it. No, I've never been on a camping trip. No, I haven't. Spawn Killer took me $1.25, says you missed my membership. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry I did. Spawn Killer, 40 months as a member. He says this doesn't feel like 40 months. Time flies. 3.5 years essentially, right? Like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. 3.5 years since I said, fuck you, Twitch, and I came over here to YouTube. And quite frankly, I mean, I'm happy I did. Let's be honest. Here on YouTube, I don't get pushed around by nonsense. You know, this is the platform where I feel I've been at home at the longest. And unlike LTG, I don't get banned every other day, because I'm not an idiot who does dumb shit to get banned. So I'm actually able to stay on here for more than like a week at a time. So yeah, I'm happy to be on YouTube, and thank you so much, Spawn Killer, for that long-standing support. I appreciate that, and also thank you for the tip. Very cool. Have I considered doing a ghost hunting stream? How exactly would I do a ghost hunting stream? What are you talking about? What? I will just say this. Back in the day, when I first was becoming a prominent YouTuber, okay, I actually had an idea that I would do something like that, that eventually I would branch out from not just doing gameplay, but maybe I would go around the Northeast United States to supposedly haunted locations, and we would film investigations there. Like, I would try to get someone who thinks they're a professional ghost hunter, and maybe a medium, and I would be the straight man who doesn't believe anything and wants to debunk it. And we basically go in there and we look into this kind of stuff. I thought that would have been a great show, but it just never, like many of my ideas, it never came to fruition. You know, I had a few different ideas of things I wanted to do. It just never happened. I think that would have been a good show. All right. I just realized, guys, it's almost 1 p.m. Holy crap. See, time flies when we have these more chill. This was a chill podcast, right? It was me talking about a ridiculously stupid topic with the detractors on Twitter, then addressing some Street Fighter stuff, you know, just generally having fun. And it was a good show. And we went really long, right? So, yeah, we went really, really long, and I really enjoyed the show. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it too. And I think it's time to adjourn for now. All right? So thank you for a great show, everyone. I would hope that many of you will stick around for Warhammer. This is the only stream I'm doing today. I'm not doing a late stream. So I hope that you will stick around and hang out with me. And of course, continue the support so we can continue the King's streak today. All right? But when I come back tomorrow, it will be my final podcast of the week. Tuesday is my final streaming day of the week. Wednesday is my day off. And I'll probably end up doing like a roundup. What I'll try to do is see all the things that maybe I like missed this week or lingering stuff to address. And we'll do like a roundup tomorrow of all that on the show. And then tomorrow, it's going to be Astrobot on the first stream and WWE Champions, the absolutely silly, ridiculous Ninja Turtles crossover event on the late stream. So that'll be fun. All right? Thank you all for a great show. I'll see you all tomorrow.